Welcome everybody. In this video, we are talking about shore up your life skills. We are talking about interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills. Skills that will be used by a person. Some of them are active listening, teamwork, responsibility, dependability, motivation, flexibility, patience, empathy, etc. Man is not an island. Every day, at home, at work, in the society, in the community, we need to interact with each other. How well we interact is what makes us a successful human being in our relationship with other humans. So, interpersonal skills are very important in every interaction of ours. These are the traits, these are the qualities, these are the habits that we rely upon when we interact, when we communicate. And these are the skills that help us build a relationship or sustain a relationship or ensure that we continue to be part and parcel of that human group. What is dependability? Dependability is if someone finds you dependable, then you are supposed to have dependability skill. That is, you can be relied upon in any given situation. Come what may, you will be delivering what you are expected to deliver. If an employee is dependable, the organization will feel that guy will bring me the results, come what may, rain or shine. So one example of dependability is being punctual, come what may. You will not say my car got punctured, you will not say that I missed the train. One form of dependability is keeping promises. That is, you build a trust by your behavior and there is a predictable pattern that you will do what you are expected to do. So if you are reliable, you are dependable. If you are on time, if you deliver what you say, if you keep up your word, if you are honest and sincere, if you are able to build a trust, then you will be eligible for more assignments, more tasks, more opportunities. So many things will be delegated to you and thereby you will gain more experience and you will grow in an organization. Even at home, this dependability works. Among the children, not everybody is equally dependable and not everything is delegated to all the children equally. There are families where you will find the younger one is more dependable and he gets more tasks, more responsibilities and more opportunities to help the family than an elder one. It's because of the skill that you have, the skill that you learn, the skill that you display and use in day-to-day life. Active listening. This is very important because hearing is something, listening is something else. You should not be listening in a fashion that you are waiting to respond. Your listening should be to connect. Your listening should not be the waiting time to rehearse your response, to rehearse your reply. Listening should be with empathy. Listening is not to judge what the person says, but to understand his emotions and feelings and body languages, the mode, the tone, the modulation, and from his mood you will understand more than from his words. You should exercise curiosity, you should bring in focus, and you should adopt inquiry during your active listening. So active listening is a process of listening with a purpose of gathering information and engaging the speaker to understand, to appreciate, to get to the other person's point of view, to get into their shoes, to look from their angle. That is active listening. Active listening also involves avoid distracting behaviors. For example, if you are expecting to get a phone call, switch off the phone, put it in silent, keep it face down. Don't let messages come on the phone screen. If you are expecting visitors, ensure that nobody disturbs while you are having this serious discussion. Spending quality time is active listening. Asking and answering questions is active listening. It is not just hearing. Words will anyway fall on your ears. But did it reach your heart, not just your brain? Did it reach your heart in a fashion that the other person's heart wanted to? That is active listening. This is an important interpersonal skill. Team spirit. What are team spirits? Team spirit is ability to be part of the team. Team spirit is an ability to work as a team. Teamwork involves many interpersonal skills. You need to communicate, you need to listen actively, you have to be adaptable, you have to be flexible, you have to motivate and you have to lead. Not necessarily you should have a title. Whatever you are in your organization, you will be able to motivate and lead. You will have the capability of good team spirit if you are able to collaborate with others, if you are able to cooperate with others, if you are willing to coordinate with others, if you are able to command others. Sometimes you may have to command your boss. Sometimes you will be able to bring in all your teammates and subordinates together towards the organizational goal only if you are flexible and adaptable and ensure team spirit. The teams comes first and not you or your goals or your ambitions. The organization is, the individual is smaller than the institution. The organization objectives comes first. So if you are able to be flexible in your approach, if you are adaptable in your methods, if you are able to collaborate with other teams, stakeholders, competitors, whether you like them or not, everybody in your company, if you are willing to cooperate with each other in the team, complementing the skills, supplementing the lackings, if you are able to coordinate with others so that the whole bits and pieces of the organization works together towards its aim, if you are able to command the team to work as one, then you are having team spirit or teamwork skills. What is empathy? We have two things, sympathy and empathy. When a person dies in an accident on the road and when you see this, you feel sympathy for their family or whatever. Empathy is you feel as if it's your own. Only the person whose shoes pinches knows where it pains. But if you are able to feel that, if you are able to step into their shoes, that is what is empathy. So listening thoughtfully, getting into the feelings and emotions, not just the words. Having the ability to work together as a team. Diversity, patience, sympathy, being sensitive, being neutral, being helpful are all different shades of empathy. In today's multicultural environment, you will meet people from different geographies, you will meet people from different cultures, you will meet people from different races, you will meet people from different backgrounds who had come from different problems and who are facing different struggles. So if you are sympathetic, if you are sensitive to their issues, if you are neutral and if you don't take sides, if you are patient to listen, if you are able to appreciate the diversity because different people handle different pieces of job and task in different ways, if you are helpful to each other, then you are empathetic towards your team. In that case, you will be able to create a highly functional and effective team environment. In that case, if something is wrong, if there is a conflict, you will be fighting the idea, not the individual. You will understand the concern as to why the other person thinks differently. So empathy is a part and parcel of interpersonal skills, and it is a different shade of the team spirit that you should have. Negotiation. Negotiation can be formal or informal. With your client, with your competitor, it will be formal, while with your team, with your boss, with your subordinates, it could be informal. Again, if it is in performance appraisal, it will become formal again. Negotiation, another shade of it is conflict resolution. When you have different points of view, how do you iron out the differences? How do you reach a common ground? Negotiation is problem solving. Why you have to negotiate? Because you are not on the same page. So how do we bring things together into the same page? How do we solve the problems that are on hand? How do we think critically to have new solutions to the new problems? If you think the same way about the same problem, you will not have a solution. You have to have a paradigm shift and think differently to have a different solution. So you will likely need the ability to resolve conflicts if you are in a team, whether you are running a team, whether you are part of a team, whether you are a co-worker, whatever it is. It will be required with your bosses, with your colleagues, with your co-workers. Between the client and the company, you will be having lots of negotiations every other day. You need to protect the interests of your company. At the same time, your client is also important because they should get value. They should have trust. That is what ethics is all about. So, negotiation skills also means you should be cultivating the ability to listen fairly, listen patiently, allow others to speak. Do less of a talking and more of an understanding so that you can cover a common ground. So what you will bring out? You have to bring out your persuasion skill to show that you have negotiation skills. Persuasion doesn't mean you will always have the right answer and you will win every argument. Persuasion means you are able to bring around the other person to your point of view. What is confidence? Confidence can again be formal and informal, and it could be part of the conflict resolution. Why? Because you should have first self-confidence. How you will have? Based on your technical knowledge, based on your cognitive abilities, based on your people skills, based on your expertise, education, experience. You will have confidence in yourself. Once you have confidence in yourself, once you know what you're doing, why you're doing, once you are confident about your roles and responsibilities, once you are confident about your authority in the given situation, once you are confident about what your co-workers are doing and why, and you have a big picture, then you are the right person for the role to lead in that particular situation. Not necessary to have a title, but you will be the leader. Be mindful, be aware of your actions, be aware of the impact of what others are doing, be aware of what is the expected outcome. Keep learning continuously, keep abreast of the developments. Everything that you need to know about the situation and the task on hand will help you gain the confidence, and that is where your confidence skills or confidence building skills will take you places. Positivity is to make the home or office a brighter place. Do not always grudge, do not always be gloomy, do not always look at the negativity. Don't say how much less salary you get, don't say how difficult it is at this workplace. Look at what is positive. Look at what are there things to enjoy. Look at the silver lining in your cloud. Look at the bright spots. Be friendly. Not necessary to be over social at office, but you should be willing to develop the rapport. You should be willing to have connections. You should be willing to have a network. You should be likable. Don't argue and don't fight with each and every person or each and every incident. Look at the possibilities in every opportunity. Look for solutions. Do not run away. Do not run the blame game. That is what positivity is. If you are positive, people will like you. If people like you, interpersonal skills, even if you have less, it will be better to work. Communication, a very important skill. Communication can be verbal, oral, what you speak, what you write, non-verbal, how you behave, how you conduct yourself, your facial reactions, your eyes, mouths, lips, how you keep your body, how you stand, how you sit, what you do with your hands and legs when somebody is speaking. All these are non-verbal cues. Written communication, how do you write something? When you write a memo in an organization, are people able to understand, appreciate and agree to your recommendations? Are you able to convince them with your arguments? Public speaking, are you able to address 10 to 15 people? Are people with you or are they sleeping when you speak? So these are the communication skills one has to develop to be good in interpersonal relationships, to be good in people management. You will need to be able to communicate clearly and effectively in every situation. No idea gets across unless you try to push it out. Your plans, your achievements needs to be communicated. Whatever be your education and expertise and experience, unless you communicate well, you will not be able to reach anywhere. Ideas don't sell themselves. Time management is an important interpersonal skill. Why it is interpersonal? Time management is ideally a personal skill. It becomes interpersonal because you should not be wasting other person's time. You should not allow them to keep on waiting for you to deliver something. You should do what you said at the right time. If you want a little bit more time, ask. Don't promise which you cannot deliver. Be it the client, be it the competitor, be it the colleague. Don't waste another person's time. Time is important for them, if not for you. You can improve this with practice and experience. Schedule everything. Be on time for the meeting. Don't extend the meetings. Develop strategies to balance. Why you need to balance? Because there are conflicting demands on various resources, and time is very important resource because a minute gone is a minute gone. It will not come back. It is more important than other resources, time. Be it with your colleagues or be it with your clients. Work ethics. What are work ethics? Being sincere, being honest. Maybe this is personal angle, how it becomes interpersonal skill. It is interpersonal because how you treat others. Do they talk bad about them? Do you gossip? Do you pull them down? Do you take credit of their activities? Do you blame them for your mistakes? Do you cooperate? Are you not a good collaborator? In case of coordination, do you let them down? If you don't empower your team, if you don't give credit for their efforts, if you don't step in when it is required, if their plates are full, if you don't share the load, if you cause conflicts, if you don't resolve conflicts, then negotiate for a betterment of the team. Sources. If you cause delays, if you deny, then you are not having a good work ethic. So that is why it becomes a interpersonal skill. How you treat others and how you give them respect and credit. Interpersonal skills, if you display in your daily life, what are the impacts? Let us see some examples. An empathetic and patient teacher can help the students learn and grow effectively in their education. You have seen everywhere people talk about a successful teacher, you will find the teacher was empathetic towards the students. They were able to have a very good relationship with their students. The students were willing to be able with them. They were able to communicate with each other. They were having a lot of respect. The teacher was giving a lot of time to the student, was able to understand the moods and feelings. And so this interpersonal relationship is what made the teachers successful and the students like them. Likewise, the comfort and care for the patients given by a nurse, it's a very key skill. If the nurse is not able to understand what the patient says, how much pain or how much trouble they are going through, it will be very difficult for the nurse to deliver care. Clinically, technically, as a subject matter expert, whatever they do, it is a rapport that they mail, it is the signals that they send that makes the patient feel better. Likewise, customer service. Whenever you call a hotline, a customer service, you are irritated, you are engaged, you are frustrated, you are irate and angry and confused. And then if the customer service agent is not able to respond to you properly, and if they also fight with you back, if they don't cooperate, if they don't help you with answers and solutions, then there's no point. So these are some situations where you will very easily and very immediately observe the impact of the interpersonal skill. Let us look at the action plans, what you can do. We all have these skills in some scale or the other. We need to build upon them. We need to develop. We need to grow these skills. And in every interaction, we need to remember that we have to pull out these skills to help the activity that we are in. Action plan can be thoughtful about the ways your interactions could improve. Seek and act on constructive criticism. Ask what you're going wrong. Which portion of which skill you made a mistake that the deal did not go through. Observe other positive interpersonal interactions. See how successful bosses, successful leaders are doing. And then learn from them. Consider ways you could have interacted more efficiently, more effectively, more engagingly, more empathetically. Maybe your words, maybe your tone, maybe your body language caused the disruption of the equation. Get a third-party perspective of your skill levels and specific ways to improve. Learn by seeing others. So basically, if you have interpersonal skills, you will be having good relationship with your people, above, below, and equal to you. When you have good relationship with people, you will build trust. When you have trust, the way things happen are very fast. Thanks for watching this video. Please keep coming back. We will keep talking about shore up your life skills. And I am Anil Kumar with you. Thank you.